Namaste friends and welcome to Ayurvedic Lifestyle Tips with Lala. It's spring and also the Kapha season. This episode is about how to stay balanced during this time. In the northern hemisphere, the spring season is usually wet, muddy and with warmer days. The warmth is set to liquify Kapha in the body, which is why many people experience spring colds. Also, as flowers shed their pollen and fragrance, many Kapha doshic people tend to have experienced allergies and hay fevers. To counter the heaviness and congestion that spring can bring, all body types should eat more light, dry and lower fat foods such as sprouts and greens. To clear the system of accumulated Kapha dosha, panchakarma is highly recommended. Signs of excess Kapha in the body and mind: colds and flus, cough and congestion, fatigue, weight gain and depression, and allergies. And as we can see, these relate to the stomach, the lungs, and the sinuses where Kapha tends to accumulate. So to avoid carrying the heaviness of winter with us into the spring and summer season, a digestive reset is recommended. Panchakarma is Ayurveda's traditional way of cleansing the body and mind and is prescribed by a doctor and usually takes place at a facility that can accommodate for the daily treatments. This may not be available to you, but from home you can still do a lot, like a mono diet of Kitchari. In a previous episode, I've shown how to do that, and I'll link that in the descriptive portion of the video below. A mono diet simply means that we're eating something that's easy to digest for both breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you could just do even 2 meals. Then including some digestive spices, that combination we've talked about before, CCF, which is cumin, coriander, and fennel seeds that we can make into a tea or ground up into a powder, which we call churna. But the tea I've also shown how to do in a previous video, and I'll link that below also. If your digestion is more on the cooler side and need a little bit more heat, a tea of ginger, black pepper, and cinnamon is really good to have after meals. Also including liver cleansing herbs like turmeric and dandelion. Also, the simple practice of sipping on hot water throughout the day is really good to support the lymphatic system. So a routine for spring would include a massage or abhyanga done with sesame oil, again also to support the lymphatic system. The blood brings nutrients to the body, to the tissues, and the lymph system brings toxicity away. So it's really good to support the lymphatic system. Vigorous pranayam like Kapalbhati or Bhastrika can be really good during this season also. These are more invigorating breath practices that enliven the body. Bhastrika is done by sitting in a comfortable position, usually sukhasana, with yan mudra, where we take the thumb and the index finger and we gently sit like this here. The spine is always straight and the stomach is relaxed. In Bhastrika, you inhale and exhale through the nose, and we're doing a full breath, so engaging the stomach, really the diaphragm, the lower lobes of the lungs, and the upper lobes of the lungs, the chest area. So we breathe in for the same amount of time as we exhale. If this is new to you, don't force anything. Just go nice and slow and easy, and gradually over time increase the intensity. So we breathe in and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Do that for a rhythm of 30 seconds of the pranayam and followed by minutes of rest. And you could do that for a couple of minutes. Exercise in the morning increases circulation, mood, and immunity. The various forms of exercise that are particularly good for kaphas are dance, a little bit of faster paced walking, or jumping on a trampoline. Perform Neti and Nasya to clean the nasal passages. Here what we can do is a modified way of doing Nasya, where we just apply a little bit of oil to the tips of the fingers to lubricate the insides of the nostrils, to not dehydrate them too much after the saltwater solution. So in general for spring, include foods that are more pungent, meaning spicy, bitter, and astringent, and that are light, dry, and warm. Moving away from the heavier foods of winter that are more rich and has these flavors of sweet, sour, and salt. So spring foods include alfalfa sprouts, asparagus, celery, bell pepper, bitter melon, lettuce, mustard greens, spring onions, peas, cilantro, parsley, radish, spinach, Swiss chard, watercress, goat's milk, dried fruits, flax, hemp seed and coconut oil, raw honey, all sprouted beans, lean meat and fish, hazelnuts, pine nuts, pumpkin and sunflower, seeds, amaranth, barley, buckwheat, corn, millet, oats, quinoa, brown rice and rye, cardamom, chicory, dandelion, ginger, hibiscus, orange peel, black tea, and coffee in moderation. So you can see you've got a lot of variety there to include in your diet. So if you are kapha predominant or are challenged with a kapha imbalance, make sure to include some of these practices and let me know how they're working for you. I hope that this was helpful to you, and I'll see you next time. Namaste, friends. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you find inspiration through this channel to live a healthier, more joyous, and more fulfilled life. That is certainly my intention. If so, please click the subscribe button and the bell if you'd like to know when new videos are featured. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.